I think that we must all be grateful that Kate, in the end, I think, prevented Meghan coming and said...
After all Prince Harry and Meghan's moaning about Britain, they're keen to come back.
I bet you didn't know just how chaotic the world of royal insiders really is. If you love uncovering the real stories behind the headlines, make sure to subscribe for more insider scoops. In the world of royal commentary, a peculiar ecosystem thrives. One where so-called insiders compete for relevance by dissecting the lives of the British royal family, especially Harry and Meghan. Their goal isn't clarity, but survival, offering exclusive insights that often contradict each other. The result? A dizzying spectacle of disagreement where truth is lost in a battle of narratives. Harry and Meghan become less like people and more like concepts, endlessly debated. One day, Meghan is a Hollywood powerhouse. The next, she's isolated and struggling. This back and forth keeps commentators in business, fueling a landscape of perpetual chaos. The loudest voices win attention, not the most accurate. The chaos we associate with the Sussexes may not come from them at all, but from those who claim to explain them. In the end, it's a manufactured storm, created by the very commentators who claim to bring us the truth. Prince Harry's post-royal journey is a battleground for contradictory claims. When his memoir Spare launched, some hailed it as a bold success, while others called it a disastrous misstep. One side paints Harry as a liberated, confident figure, the other as isolated and regretful. The same split appears with his Netflix projects, either groundbreaking or floundering, depending on the commentator. These dueling narratives aren't about truth, but about impact. The public is left to wonder which version is real, when both are simply crafted for maximum attention. In this world, Harry is both a media mogul and a lost figure, depending on who's talking. Meghan's public image is the most volatile subject in royal commentary. One week she's on the verge of a major comeback. The next, her popularity has supposedly plummeted. The same event is hailed as a triumph by one group and a failure by another. Her business ventures, like American Riviera Orchard, are instantly declared either guaranteed successes or looming flops. The truth of her brand's performance is irrelevant. What matters is the drama of conflicting reports. This pendulum keeps commentators in the spotlight, not Meghan. The public is left with a confusing, unstable image shaped more by the needs of the media than by reality. Meghan's story is less about her actions and more about the endless debate they inspire. The real narrative is the spectacle itself. At the heart of royal commentary is a relentless battle for attention, measured in clicks, views and shares. Insiders know that sensational headlines, not accuracy, drive their survival. Harry and Meghan's privacy creates an information vacuum, quickly filled with bold, often unfounded claims. Exaggeration becomes the norm. A minor disagreement is spun into a total breakdown. Nuance is sacrificed for drama. Stories are simplified into binaries. The cycle is self-perpetuating. When one narrative fades, a new, contradictory one emerges to reignite interest. The goal isn't truth, but a constant stream of engaging content. Commentators aren't necessarily malicious, they're just playing a game where the loudest voice wins. The real drama isn't in the royals' lives, but in the media's need to keep the audience hooked. The chaos is manufactured, and the show must go on. Controversy is the fuel of royal commentary. Agreement makes for dull news, disagreement creates drama and compels audiences to pick sides. Experts publicly clash, turning simple events into headline-grabbing debates. Disagreement isn't a byproduct, it's the product. Media outlets intentionally pit opposing insiders against each other, knowing conflict keeps viewers engaged. The result? Truth is sidelined for performance, and insiders are rewarded for being provocative, not accurate. The public follows the soap opera of commentators, not the royals themselves. The real story is lost in the noise, replaced by manufactured drama. In this world, stirring the pot is more valuable than getting it right. Royal commentary is defined by its shifting narratives. What's presented as truth one month is abandoned the next, replaced by a new, often contradictory story. Commentators aren't historians. They're entertainers, adapting to whatever keeps the audience interested. Take the privacy-hypocrisy narrative. Once dominant, it faded when it lost its punch, replaced by claims of the Sussexes' irrelevance. Insiders' loyalty is to storytelling, not accuracy. When one angle grows stale, they pivot to another. Conflict, reconciliation, or back again. This adaptability isn't about reflecting reality, but about keeping the show alive. The commentary is a mirror of media needs, not the royals' lives. The real constant is the need to keep audiences engaged, no matter the facts. Royal commentary is an echo chamber where speculation quickly becomes fact. One commentator's idea is picked up, amplified and repeated until it seems widely accepted. No new evidence required. Insiders compete to outdo each other, creating a feedback loop of escalating claims. Distinct camps form, pro-Sussex and pro-monarchy, each reinforcing their own narratives and dismissing the other. The public consumes commentary filtered through heavy bias, not objective reporting. Insiders validate worldviews, not facts, and the contradictions persist. The real battle isn't for truth, but for dominance in the narrative war. Neutrality is lost in the noise. Step back, and it's clear. The chaos and contradictions reflect the commentators, not the royals. The real fight is between insiders, competing for status and influence. Their shifting narratives reveal more about their own ambitions than about Harry and Meghan. When predictions fail, it's the experts' credibility that suffers, not the royals. The royal family's silence only highlights the absurdity of the commentary. The industry claims to offer insight, but instead builds a wall of noise. Commentators have become the story, centering themselves in a narrative that's supposed to be about others. Ultimately, it's all performance, roles played for an audience, with the real chaos on our screens, not in the palaces. The drama belongs to the industry, not the institution. In the end, royal commentary is a spectacle of speculation, driven by competition for attention. Contradictions aren't mistakes, they're the industry's lifeblood. Insiders must constantly generate new, conflicting narratives to stay relevant. The result is a confusing, hollow public discourse that reveals more about the media than the royals. The chaos isn't in Harry and Meghan's choices, but in the frantic world of those who comment on them. The real story is the commentary industry itself, thriving on the illusion of turmoil. The storm is self-sustaining, and we, the audience, keep it alive.